is Athenar from Midnight, and you're listening to The Dan Chan Show.
Hey, Athenar, how you doing, mate?
Doing fantastic. As you just heard, I just got rid of my pee in the morning, and so I'm feeling relieved and well.
I'll have to edit that in then for this interview so people can hear you doing that, because that could be an exclusive.
Yeah, good.
So how's things with you in the States? I believe you had a very late night recording a video in Philadelphia, 7-hour drive away. So how have things been for you personally now and during the pandemic and everything?
For me personally, I mean, they've been really good. So I've just been counting my satanic blessings that everyone's in my small immediate family and our surroundings are doing good. I'm being productive, I think, making music and doing what I've been able to do. What the reason why I'm here on this warring realm is, it's what I'm supposed to do. So things have been okay.
Cool, man. So let's get on to the music. Now, you're just about to release Let There Be Witchery on March the 4th. It's a great record, man. I've heard it ahead of time. Are you buzzing to be getting this out after all the crap that's been happening over the last couple of years? Because I believe this album's been ready since, 2020 now?
Yeah, it's been ready since, January 2020 I recorded it, so.
Wow. So the delay would have been due to the plants being closed, etc.?
Well, pretty much. I mean, it was just poor timing of that the Rebirth by Blasphemy was released in January 2020.
Yeah.
And then, a couple weeks later, whatever, the shutdown happened. So, the plan was to record that, because I already had that album done. So I figured 2020 was going to be a very busy year for me with all the touring and whatnot, and got the rug pulled out from underneath.
Yeah.
So had the album already recorded and just waiting. So just waiting for things to take its course a little bit.
So the album feels quite old to you now. I know that usually happens in album cycles anyway, but it must feel quite old, a couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, but still, when I played it, and I was like, man, damn, this still sounds really good.
It does.
Happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah. Now you've got
older now. It's supposed to be timeless.
Yeah,
so.
well, exactly. We'll get into that because you've got 5 albums out and numerous splits and EPs. But you've said if people are new to the band, then start with this album. Why is that? And why not, for example, what's the matter with Shocks of Violence, for example? Why this album? Why is it so current?
No, well, saying that means this album is just as good as any to start. Whereas some bands, you want to say, if, for example, Celtic Frost, you're like, oh, I've never heard Celtic Frost before in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't say start with Vanity Nemesis.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say start with Into the Pandemonium, even though I love Into the Pandemonium. That's an album you wouldn't say start there. But I think, in my opinion, with this Midnight stuff, you could start with this. Like, hey, I've never heard them. Oh, check out their new album. And then I think as you would go backwards, you would still enjoy.
Yeah, okay.
Most of the catalog.
I get it. So let's get this straight. You're a one-man band project, for those that don't know, and you're playing guitar, bass, and drums on the records. Do you ever think that it would be easier to bring your live guys in to play on the record to lessen the load, or are you kind of like a control freak?
Well, I am a control freak, but more heavily on the freak part. But it's you're kind of right in the way that easier, because this band was kind of started with the intent for everything just to be easy and trim the fat, cut off everything, just do what's simple.
Yeah.
But in the larger scope of things, it was easier just to do it myself. It was like, okay, let's just get this done, because my dealings with bands in the past was always just wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Because nobody was on the same page. So at least with me, I got 3 schizophrenic personalities all on the same page.
Well, talking about that, you said that you're musically handicapped. What do you mean? I mean, you're not expecting to get priority parking in a car park, do you? What do you mean by musically handicapped?
It's just it's just the I guess the Cleveland attitude coming out of Cleveland's the armpit of the world. Cleveland sucks. We suck. We all suck. But it's but I know my limitations. I can't go up there and just whip out a blazing soul on command. I can't just go up and just play YYZ by Rush on the drums. So I mean, there's a bit of that, but it's I know what I can do, and I'm okay with that.
Do you ever get
and I like the kind of beginner attitude of it, because beginners are always going for it.
Of course.
So,
I mean,
when you've already played, years and years, and you're like, yeah, I can play that. It's no big deal. But I try to keep the beginner attitude of, look what I can do! Wow! So keep that excitement there, I guess.
Yeah, but do you ever get, your guys that you play live with? Do they ever come in the band who are probably like virtuosos and go, God, this is beginner stuff?
You know what? The best musicians will not do that, because it's like some of the most intelligent people. If they say they're smart, then they're not smart. They're just kind of. You shouldn't have to say it. You just are. You just are intelligent.
You're just making it easy for you.
So the best musicians realize what the song calls for and the style of music that you're intending.
Of course.
So. They know it's simple, but that's what it's intended. So they go with it.
Yeah, I get it. Now your vocals, you said that your throat feels tortured sometimes. Do you find it hard laying the vocals down?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where, at least in the studio, I usually just do like tops 3 songs at a time. And I don't know, maybe that's a lot for some people, or maybe I don't know what most people do. So, but for me, that's three songs for one
session.
Like one session. Is it seems whereas I maybe could have done more, but by the time I've done 3 songs, my voice is just wrecked. So
I understand. So
it's not Barry Manilow I'm singing. I'm not crooning.
So you live, breathe, and everything. Eat these songs. When it comes to your lyrics, it's pretty much what it says on the tin. Do these ideas flow with you, and is the writing process cathartic?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, this album in particular, it's all laid out, man. It's a diary of 2019.
Yeah,
and
seems like a long time ago.
So and it's all laid out there. So, but that's the intent, at least, to with musically and lyrically, just to get out what's inside of you.
Mm-hmm. So you've been doing this.
It's a musical liver, I guess. It's a filter just to get all the nasty things out.
Yeah. Now you've been doing this for many years now. How do you think the band has evolved throughout the years? Yourself, is it your own personal journey, or the band as a 3-piece?
The live band, or just kind of like the
in general. You've got your recording element, you've got recording hat, you've got your live hat. How have things evolved, throughout the whole process? You're getting better as a musician. You're not becoming as handicapped. You're coming out of your handicap period.
Well, a lot to do with that would be the engineer. I mean, he's really good at. I shouldn't say cleaning me up, as more as it's like maybe we'll try that again type of thing. So it's not. It's like it's still rough. It's still raw. It's still nasty. But a good engineer will take you a long way as well.
Exactly.
Live band, those guys are great. So, they know how to deliver the songs with ferocity and to make it count live. You just don't want to stand there like a statue or just go through the motions. It's the worst thing you can do.
Of course.
And I'd rather stay home if they're going to have people like that.
Yeah, exactly. I understand that. The genre, filthy, blackened, speed. Did you come up with that, or is that a fan's journalist's opinion? And can you add to that?
Everything's always like the any that's other people's decision to make. Like most subgenre names.
Yeah. So what do you like?
I mean, just to sound generic, I just call it heavy metal. But cause that's already a subgenre, already. So, but just to keep it with the aesthetic of the band, like I mentioned previous of simplicity, just call it heavy metal.
And I suppose looking at the simplicity and the band in general, the whole anonymity thing. Have you been outed yet? I mean, I've not gone and looked and had a look to see if you can find out who you are and why the decision in the first place to go down that route.
I mean, with the internet, everybody's outed, so it's really no huge secret. But at first it was kind of like, well, let's see if I can do this with the mask, and it's just an easy 3-second look. It's really again going with the spirit of the band of just okay. I got an instant look. No makeup involved. I
don't want to see your face now. I don't want to see it.
What's that?
I don't want to see your face.
No, I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, if you want to keep your vision intact, do not look directly at the face. I mean, it was just a point of doing something simple, and so it worked out, I think.
Do you ever play around with it and go out in the crowd before shows or after shows and go to the merch table and buy a T-shirt and like, hey, who's this band?
Oh, I go out in the crowd all the time, and especially at festivals, European festivals, looking through the merch stuff, and because I'm a record nerd anyway, so I'm always looking through the record bins and and buying cool Euro merch that I can't get over here and stuff. So
cool.
But I'm always out there.
So onto the shows. You're on an incredible lineup in the States with Mayhem and Watain. I spoke to Eric from Watain a couple of weeks back, and he's excited to be on the tour. Are you excited about it?
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I mean, shit. We've been a dog without a bone for 2 years here. So
yeah. Have you done many shows?
No. Well, we did like a handful of little one-offs during 2021. But this will be the first tour since 2019.
Awesome. What a lineup. Anything planned for Europe?
Yeah, there's stuff planned. I mean, but we may have to bring a cannon or two.
God, don't say that. This is a T-shirt cannon.
No, it's unfortunately, but I mean, let's hope everything's going smooth over there, but the plans are that we're heading over there.
Yeah, I'm yet to see you live, but I've got the impression you're very much a live band. What can a Midnight Virgin like myself expect from a show?
Sweat. I mean, sweat and screaming and sexuality. All of those, the 3 S's there. I guess.
Yeah. Do you have any interesting pre-show rituals or any funny tour stories for me?
The pre-gig rituals I think are pretty. I think we're pretty boring. We've caught ourselves multiple times, just the 3 of us sitting on a couch. Looking at the wall, not even look, well, I don't have the smartphone anyway, but not even looking at smartphones, just looking at a wall, just taking it in, getting ready. So I mean, it's like the ultimate calm before the storm.
Yeah,
getting ready.
What is it with you not having a smartphone? Because I've got your burner number and I've got your home number here. What's with the smartphone? Any particular reason or? Just digitally handicapped.
Just want to stay away from the distraction, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's the main reason. It just seems. I mean, I know my personality too, so I would probably be on it, just looking up random things all the time, and just. So I want to just stay away from that, and just do the
self-preservation. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Pretty much.
Now, you've mentioned you're from this is your words, not mine, the armpit of the world, Cleveland, Ohio. Now, the rest of the world wants to know why the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the shrine and temple of rock, landed in Cleveland, Ohio. Why?
Well, I mean, because I'm here. That's
of course. Well, apart from your house, I'm talking about the one that's in downtown.
But I mean, well, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in general, my opinion is it's. I mean, it's a joke as far as the artists that are officially inducted in there.
Yeah.
Of course, there's some great artifacts in there to look at. just being a fan. But it's the whole thing is pretty much a somewhat of a mockery of the term rock and roll. But I mean, yeah, it comes from Alan Freed. Alan Freed was a disc jockey here in Cleveland, and
right.
Supposedly he's the one who
brought it to town.
Took the term rock and roll and made it famous.
Right, I see, got you right. If you had to play a midnight track in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame foyer, which would you choose?
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
that's the simplicity of it is perfect. It's 4 lines in the song, and it strips down everything to its core.
Yeah, no,
I think get that one.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's good. Now, what's the weirdest, strangest thing that you've heard someone say about the band that wasn't true, or even is true that they didn't know?
You know what? That's a tough one because I usually don't pay attention.
I suppose if you're not on social media, it makes it a little harder. You don't read into things as much.
Yeah. So I mean, but I do meet people and are like, whoa, I thought you were mainly. I guess the main one is, I don't know that I have one song about like guzzling whiskey and being a party maniac. So I think people just assume that I'm a raging Jack Daniels guzzling, busting through plate glass window type of person, which I am.
Which of course,
but no, I'm not really known to do that. So,
so if metal didn't exist, what music would you play?
Well, rock and roll. That's a very Spinal Tap answer, I guess. They say,
all right.
if there wasn't heavy metal, but yeah, I mean, I'm still a fan of just rock and roll and pop music in general.
Well, I can see that. So you're saying that pop music's your guilty pleasure? Would you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's a definite pleasure. Yeah, I mean, I still love the 3.5 minute format pop song.
Yeah. Now, what's on the band's bucket list? Show-wise aspirations. I mean, you've done a hell of a lot so far. What's left to do?
I mean, we're a simple crew, man. So the bucket list is just to keep on doing exactly what we're doing and how we want to do it. That's the thing here. We've been going for nearly 20 years, I should say, and it's everything I've done it's that I wanted to do it. Not that I was forced into doing anything or stuff like that. So it's really simple. It's a simple plan.
Got you. Now, what's something you think everyone should try once?
Thinking's pretty.
Think critical
thinking. Pretty good thing to try. I mean, if they haven't tried, I know it hurts at first, but give it a try and use your own brain.
Hey, there's a lot of non-thinkers in the States, isn't there?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's kind of comical. But.
What's the title going to be for your autobiography?
Man, that's not for me to decide.
It's your autobiography, mate. You decide.
I would say again. Who gives a fuck again? It's an all fitting answer.
And finally, any messages for new and old fans?
Well, the old fans, are you saying like senior citizen fans or just fans that have been a fan
both?
For the band for years?
Let's go for you can say for both.
I'd say senior citizen fans. Hey, man, keep on trucking. So, but no, it's people who are fans of the band know what it's about, and it's cool. Yeah, I think that it's about the attitude first, and then the good songs. So if you're a new person to the band, and if you're looking to stop listening to that wimpy shit that you've been listening to, come join the Midnight team here.
I like it. Athenar, thanks for joining me on the show. Good luck with the album. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the road soon. It's much appreciated.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank you very much.